Now, I told you guys before it was about the money. The IRS has accumulated uh, thousands of assault rifles and thousands of rounds of ammunition after having recently spent almost $750,000 on heavy artillery and boosting up and building out their infantry basically for the they're they're coming to get their money at the end of the day. They're coming to get their money. Now, you may have thought that the money was yours, but no, you owe a great deal of debt. You are forever indebted to the Internal Revenue Service and the U.S. government, basically, that actually really kind of operates as their own entity. And they come out and they impose their will, and they place taxes and fees and penalties on hardworking Americans. And if they don't get their money, they're going to put you in jail, plain and simple. But this is just a part of your prep and knowing what's going on and what's happening out there, and thinking about, like, just think the money that they are spending to build out this force. Think about that money and the other uses that it could be used for to potentially help people who are struggling with money, who are struggling just to get by. Instead, they're spending these dollars. They're spending your money, and they're spending it, and then they're asking you to pay for it, and they're not trying to help. They're not trying to offer any assistance. They're not trying to find ways to lower the taxes. They're not trying to find ways to reduce their spending. They're not trying to find ways to help the American people and the middle class and the working class poor. They want you broke. They want you impoverished. They want you under the poverty line. They want you basically dependent upon them to save you and protect you. And they don't care about you. And then, the crazy part is, it's like it almost doesn't even matter who you voted for, because they're all, these are two wings of the same bird, basically. And it doesn't even matter. Some people say, well, you voted for this and I didn't vote for that, yada yada yada. And at the end of the day, they're coming to get everybody's money, plain and simple. And there's now, granted, there are ways and strategies and techniques that you can put in place to try to mitigate the loss and position yourself and prepare yourself for this financial catastrophe that we are all headed towards, because basically the debt is continuously climbing, and the spending won't stop. The money printer has been turned off theoretically, but the spending, as far as internally within our government, our own government, is it just won't stop. So they have to find ways to support their addictions and their habits and their gross spending. I mean, this money could be used in better ways by supporting the American people, helping with food shortages and food insecurities, helping with rent, helping with mortgages, helping with people avoid eviction and avoid foreclosure, helping people who are laid off, helping people who are helping seniors who are at the greatest risk, the ones who have helped build this country up to where it is today, thinking that they were going to have some form of retirement and enjoyment in their later years, who are seeing the worst, probably feeling the worst pain out of all this, as their retirement funds and Social Security and things like that, and their benefits are all being cut. Or not cut, but ultimately it kind of feels like a cut, but basically a huge reduction in the spending power because of inflation. Yeah, every now and then they get like a cost of living adjustment, and a slight increase to try to help with inflation, but it's a little too late, and there's a lot of money being wasted within our government daily, like every second, that could actually be put towards helping the American people.